Hello everybody and welcome to Simulate Gaming and welcome to a quick look here at patch 1.3 for Farming Simulator 19. This is the upcoming patch which is now in beta, and we're going to be taking a look today more specifically at the terrain brushes and the paint brushes that are now available in 1.3. This is a really nice feature, so I'm not going to waste any time. Let's jump into it. Now before we get going, of course the first thing you need to know is you need to own the land that you're terraforming. So we're going to go ahead and buy these 2 slots of land just because. So now we own the little farm area down here. So now if you go to the shop menu, as you can see, we've got the normal icons. We've also got this additional one now of the shovel, which is our new features. We can go ahead and go to here, start at landscaping with enter button. Let's go ahead and click that, and now we have a brand new window. This is really exciting stuff. We've been after something like this for years now, since FS13, and it's a complete game changer. So now once again, this is the beta, so we may experience some bugs, so don't look into that too much. They'll get fixed by the time this is actually released, but let's go ahead and make a start. So, starting with all the options we've got there in the F1 menu, or the help menu, we've got C, which is change at modification shape. So as you can see, we've got like an orb or a ball at the moment. By pressing C, we then get a plane or a square. We can rotate the camera with Q and E. F1 closes the window. Left control Q and E changes the brush strength. Now, as you can see down in the bottom right-hand corner there, you can see the brush strength going up to 2 there. We're going to keep it on quite low because it's quite a harsh brush if you're doing small things. And we can change the radius with the arrow keys. As you can see, brush size is currently set to 6. We can make it smaller or bigger, which is really nice. Now we're going to skip X because we'll get to that in a second. That will put us into painting mode. But, so left mouse click will raise the land that we have selected. So you can see we go and raise this bit of land here, and it's lifting up really nicely. Once again, this is all in game. We can once again then lower everything by holding the right mouse button, and the middle mouse click is smooth. So as you can see, we've got this bit of a sharp edge here. By pressing the middle mouse button, if you have a middle mouse button, we'll then smooth that out, so it's really nice and smooth and a bit more natural there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is increase the brush size real quick. As you can see, I'm just going to make lots of random different points here. Let's go to here and do this, like so. So say this is, for some reason, what your map looks like, and you want to place something down here. You can now do that. Let me just rotate around this side a second by pressing both mouse buttons together. Both mouse buttons will actually flatten the land, so if we go ahead and press both now, we'll get a nice flat area here, wherever you are pointing at. I'm not sure how the game defines where the flat is. I think it's where you start. So, for example, if I start here, yeah, okay, so it's where you start the brush. If I start here and then go over this way into the mountain, or to the pile we made, sorry, not the mountain, it will then flatten it to that area, which is really nice. So then with this area here, once again, what you can do is then, to make it a bit more natural, is just use the smooth option there with the middle mouse button. So we have a really nice flat land now, and it looks a bit more natural. You're not going to have any issues getting your tractors up here or anything, which I think is really cool. Now, changing the modes now, we press X, we go into painting mode. You can see we have the icons up in the top middle of the screen there. We're now in painting mode. Now, we've also got a different window down in the bottom right, and we'll get to that in a second. So, different stuff. We also have the change radius again with the arrow keys, which will obviously change the size of the brush. And paint is left mouse click. That's basically the difference, but with the addition now of tab. So tab will change what texture we're painting down. So let's just say, for example, we wanted to put a road down the middle of these 2 fields here. Let's find the gravel texture. So tab, once again, will change the texture type. There's gravel. Maybe, hopefully, one day we'll see some names here. That's just a personal preference, but not obviously going to change the way the game performs. But let's just say we want to put a gravel road here. All we do now is left mouse click, and then we'll paint that down. I went a little bit too quick there. Going obviously slower will make that better, like so. And now you can see we actually have, in real time, in game, a road there, a gravel road going through the middle of our field. Of course, you can also smooth this down if you want to. So once again, press X to go back to here, and just say you didn't like this here, you can go ahead and smooth this all out like so, which is really cool. So how does this actually work in a real game situation? So at the moment we've just sort of been messing around. I've actually bought field number 13 over here, so we're going to go ahead and try and build a little yard. So I'm going to time lapse this bit because you guys know how placeables work, and then we'll see what it looks like at the end and how we can fix it and change it all up and make it look really, really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little farm down, and I'll meet up with you guys in just a second. Okay, so as you can see, we've made this little makeshift farm here. So we've got a shed, we've got the mobile home mod that I made, which has been uploaded to the mod of you guys that are asking. And we've got a chicken coop. So what we're going to do here is smooth everything out and also build a road. As you can see, we're sort of just driving through the grass at the moment. So we're going to head back into our new menu here, the landscaping menu. And we're going to go ahead to the paint menu first of all. We'll start off with this. Let's go ahead and get the dirt one up. Let's see if we can find a nice dirt road texture here. I like this one. Let's do this one. So let's just say we're going to come in through this way here. In fact, I'm going to change that a little bit. Let's do this one. So we're going to go ahead and make this our road here. We don't own the land there. Once again, you can't paint on land you don't own. So we're going to have our road coming in here. We'll have that going through the farm. We'll come down this way like so. We're going to go ahead and make the brush size a little bit smaller here. So as you can see, basically you now just paint the roads and stuff. So now, once the grass is removed, which we're trying to do here, we're actually going to... actually, that's cool. I was wondering if you could get rid of the grass around the animal pen, and of course, yes, you can, like this. So we'll go ahead and get rid of all this grass here, first of all. Of course, it's depending on how much detail you want to do to it. Let's get rid of this here as well. Right, so as you can see, if I just quickly actually run back to here, so I've gone ahead and painted the road down now, so we've got all this area is now dirt. You can also get into some detail. Once again, there's no limit now on how much texture you can have. So if you wanted to, you could, for example, have around the fences a bit of grass if you wanted to. Like, just really bring it to detail. Once again, the detail is completely up to you, but it's nice that the game allows us to do that. So then you can have the chicken coop full of grass if you wanted to. Of course, there's more than one grass texture. If you want to change the grass, you can have it a little bit lighter, if I can find the light one. There we go, so we can have a bit of a lighter texture grass there, which is really nice. Once again, you just go into much detail as you personally want to. So, as you can see, I've put this huge... This is a mod, by the way. I probably should have put this down, but this is just a mod from Maru. But as you can see, the land around it's pretty rough where we've placed everything all together. So this is where you could get in now with your paintbrush, do landscaping, for example. Let's make the brush a little bit... Oh, we're on the wrong menu type. Let's go to here. We're going to make it as smooth as we can, or less intense as we can. And we're going to go ahead and start smoothing this area here. So as you can see, that was quite a steep hill a second ago, a quite unrealistic hill, if you will. But now what we can do is get in there and really smooth this out so it looks a bit more natural. I'm going to close this menu here. And one more bit, as you can see here, where we put this chicken coop, it's a bit bumpy, as you can see. I don't know if that's coming out on the footage very well, but this is very, very bumpy along here. And once again, this is just stuff you can now come in and say, okay, I don't want that. So we're going to get the brush here. We're going to zoom right in so we can see what we're doing, and literally just flatten everything out along here, which is really nice. You can turn up the intensity if you want it to be a little bit more quicker when you do that. I'm going to keep the brush size quite small so we don't end up terraforming the whole yard. And once again, I can see over here we've got a bit of a steep hill, so we're just going to go ahead and smooth that out as well. Once again, this is down to how perfect you want it. So now it's all up to you. If you want to go ahead and flatten out some edges from some placeables that you've put down, you now have the power to do so. If I back out a game, once again, I'm in the same place. You can see how smooth this is. I haven't done a very good job. You're just still a bit here. But like I said, it's completely up to you. Here as well, on this side, go ahead and go back to landscaping. Let's rotate the camera around. So obviously, it'd be a bit hard to get tractors into there at the moment. Let's go ahead and increase the brush size. Smooth. And now it's a lot more realistic. So this is a really, really nice feature they've added to FS19. I'm glad, personally, they did delay this because it's now perfect. If it was a bit buggy, everyone would have been moaning, but I think they've done a fantastic job with this now. You can see that's the bit we did there. Look how smooth that is now. So yeah, this is a game changer for a farming simulator. This is absolutely going to change the way that we play farm sim and also the future of farm sim as well. So really, really glad they've implemented this. Thank you to Giants for implementing this, by the way. A lot of hard work went into this. I did see when I was there the amount of hard work that was going on in the office. So there we go, guys. Enjoy 1.2 when it's out. I'm not sure when the official release is, but of course the beta is now out if you want to play it. But thank you very much for watching me. If you did enjoy it, please slap the thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. Hit subscribe to see more from myself. I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.